Hello, my dear future colleagues. I'm really happy to work with you and excited to take you through today's lesson. So, where do we begin? Today's topic is our first one. It's an introductory lesson called The Basics of Accounting. But don't let the word introductory fool you. This one's actually super important. You really need to understand why we need accounting, what kind of information we're recording, and who we're doing it for. This is the foundation for everything you'll do next. Before we go on, quick reminder, there's a link under the lesson where you can download your study notes. Please go ahead and do that if you haven't already. I'm guessing most of you started with the video, but for future lessons, please get into the habit of downloading the notes and having a read through before the video. Why? Because the first time you read something, you're not expected to understand it all. What you should do is mark any bits you find confusing or any questions that pop into your head. That way, when you watch the video or when we have our Zoom sessions, you'll already have those questions ready and you'll be focused on finding the answers. If something still isn't clear afterwards, pop your question in the chat. I'm always here to help and I'll make sure everything gets explained. So just to recap, first, read your notes, then watch the video, and finally, bring any remaining questions to our Zoom class. Right, let's get started. So, what is accounting? Now, in the study pack, you'll find a big, complicated definition. It says accounting is the process of identifying, measuring, recording, accumulating, summarizing, storing, and sharing information, all about the financial activities of a business, and that this info is used by both internal and external people. But let's break it down simply. Everything that happens in a business, anything that affects money coming in or going out, gets recorded by us, the accountants. If something affects the business's profits, losses, debts or obligations, basically anything that has an impact on its wallet, we need to write it down. Every single action that's financially relevant gets tracked. So, in simple terms, accounting is just recording everything a business does, financially speaking. If you've ever studied logic, you'll know that complex things are often turned into symbols or systems to make them easier to understand, like a code. That's kind of what we do in accounting. We turn real-world business events into structured financial records using accounts. Then we summarize them into financial reports so we can see how the business is doing overall. Did the business make money or lose money? Are there any debts? Are those debts overdue? Has the owner invested anything? All of that gets answered through accounting. And if these records didn't exist, well, the business owner would have no clue what's going on financially. They wouldn't know how much money they have, what they've invested, or what they've earned. Accounting is the only way to get a clear financial picture. In that long definition, you'll notice we talk about business activity. So what exactly is that? Basically, anything that's linked to why the business exists. That's business activity. It might be obvious things like buying and selling goods, or paying employees, or paying taxes, but it could also be things like buying coffee for the office. If it's paid for by the business, it counts. It all gets recorded. Even entrepreneurs have to track everything because they need to know where their money's going and how much profit they're making. You can't manage what you don't measure, so every single cost, even the tiny ones, need to be counted. Honestly, accounting is like good housekeeping. And that's not just a metaphor. Economics, the bigger field accounting belongs to, literally comes from the word for household management. A good householder tracks how much food is in the pantry, how much was planted, how many animals they have, how much was sold, and so on. And they use that to plan ahead. It's exactly the same in business. It's not complicated. We actually apply these principles all the time in everyday life. Believe it or not, even experienced business owners and accountants sometimes miss the connection between accounting and daily life. That's why in this course, I'll be showing you how accounting shows up, not just in business, but in everyday situations too. Also, don't worry. You don't need to memorize every chart of accounts. In the UK, there isn't even a standard chart. Every company can use the one that suits them. What is important is understanding financial reports and knowing how to build a balance sheet. And that's something you'll only truly grasp when you feel it, when it clicks in your head, and you realize it's not as difficult as it sounds. So, who actually needs accounting? Why do we do it? And who's required to keep accounting records? Well, the short answer is everyone. In the UK, there's no simplified tax system like in some countries. No single tax schemes or anything like that. Every business, even sole traders, must report their income and expenses and pay profit tax. Everything must be properly recorded and supported by receipts or invoices. And those records have to be kept for quite a long time. Longer than in many other places. We'll talk about the timeframes and documents later. But for now, know this. No exceptions. That's why we start our course with full proper accounting and financial reporting. It's essential. And the data? It's needed by lots of people. First of all, internal users. This includes management, who use your reports to make decisions. Should we keep doing this or change direction? Are we profitable? Should we launch a new service or stop an unprofitable one? Even staff members, like a procurement manager, might use your data to analyze prices and supplier performance. Then there are investors and shareholders, who need to know whether your company is worth investing in. Employees also rely on your records for payslips, tax breakdowns, benefits, and more. Then we have external users, clients, suppliers, customers, banks, regulators. They all need accurate, transparent information. Banks won't give a loan without your financials. Suppliers need to know if you're a reliable payer. Government bodies use your records to assess tax. Even competitors analyze your performance to understand the market. So yes, accounting is absolutely essential to everyone. So to wrap up, if your records are complete and correct, only then can you accurately calculate your income, expenses, and tax. That's why this course will teach you how to gather, process, and store financial data properly. In our next lesson, we'll look at the main types of business structures in the UK. You'll do a short quiz after the video to check your understanding, and then we'll meet again in the next lesson. I hope today's session was useful and helped lay the foundation for what's ahead. Thanks for being here, and see you soon.